Hey guys, I totally did not plan on making a video today, so I'm sorry for the crappy set deck and the setup altogether, because I didn't plan on doing this today, but something came to light and I had to acknowledge it because it's really interesting. It was just this morning actually that Arctic Cat, on both their YouTube page and their Instagram page, probably their Facebook page as well, posted a video of a 2021 cat teaser. So for those of you who haven't seen the video, and it would not be surprising if you haven't, because when I looked on Arctic Cat's YouTube page, they had less than 300 views for something that I thought should be way bigger than it really is, than it turned out to be. But big surprise, Cat's marketing didn't come through. But anyway, let's check out the video. It's only 19 seconds long, and we'll analyze it. I'm not affiliated with Arctic Cat at all anymore, so I'm going to tell you what I think is going on in this video, and then we'll see what happens in the 21 release. So here we go. I think this is a small sled. I know it's really hard to tell because of the way that they have portrayed it in their video, but I think it's a small sled because what you see in the headlight is very reminiscent to the ZR120 or the SnowPro 120 series of sleds, and that's a very small sled, and that's the same type of headlight style that they're using. It's very cheap compared to, you're looking at the 2020 sleds now, the 2020 mountain lineup, the Riot, their LED, full LED bulbs. I'm not saying this isn't an LED, but it's not the same style of light. I'd be actually very surprised. Maybe they have an LED bulb, but it's not an LED fixture. I would be very surprised if it was, because what I think this sled is actually a 250 or a 300 four-stroke sled, a sled that's very much aimed at the youth market. When we look at our market now, we don't have that starter mountain sled, that starter trail sled. You go right from that 120. They did have something a little bigger last year, as well as Yamaha, who partnered with it. But it's still not a full-size sled. It's still kind of like a lawn tractor engine. So it's not a performance engine, even though there was team clutching in it. It's not a high output engine like what I think this 250 or 300 is going to be. In a couple of these shots, you can tell that they have modernized the side panels for it. I'm still going off the suspicion that this is going to be a 250 or a 300, and they've just modernized some of the side panels to make it fit the sled better. Okay, when we look at the skid, we're definitely not looking at a 3-inch track. We're looking at some smaller components. There's no sign of Fox shocks. They definitely have changed the tunnel on it. If it is a full-size sled, they've done some upgrading, but it still is very reminiscent of the old chassis. So I'm going to guess that it's something a little smaller. We're not seeing, it's hard to tell with some of the labeling, but we're not seeing the signs of the high-performance Fox shocks that Cat has been putting in their machines in the past, which leads me to believe that this machine is going to be a little smaller, a little on the cheap end, maybe for a 300 or whatever. The kid doesn't need full Fox shocks around it, just needs something that works. Obviously Alpha Rail, that's something they're really pushing. I'm hoping for 2021 that they're going to go back to the option of a dual rail, because I think you're killing off a lot of your customer base who may not be fully invested in that Alpha Rail system. You have the technology, you're still running the same chassis. Why not do both? Why make it so that it's an Alpha, like it's prioritary, like it has to be an Alpha for a mountain sled? I don't agree with that choice, so hopefully we're going to see some dual rails in the 2021 lineup, but I think this teaser is just specifically for a youth model sled. Going around to the back end now, tail lights similar to the, actually it looks like the exact same, same with the bumper. The snow flap is the exact same as the Pro Climb and the Ascender chassis. So I'm thinking that's what you're going to see, is that chassis, maybe with some refinements. Just from this angle, I'm looking at it right now. It looks small. So maybe something around the size of like a Yamaha PHAZER on their FX chassis. It could be something like that. It's hard to say. Maybe they went with a narrower track. Maybe it's a 14-inch wide track. I don't really see any signs of that. Maybe I'm completely wrong at assuming all this, but I'm thinking we're looking at a youth model here. So at the end, they show the whole lineup, and they're going to be releasing all of these on November 19th. So we'll know very soon, you know, in about a month we'll know. Starter mountain sled models, maybe some trail sled. That one, the one on the far right, has what looks like a full windshield. So it's hard to say right now. I'm hoping the one on the left looks like it's got a lot of baggage on it. I could be wrong, but just looking at the way they're built, just the headlight gives away a lot for me. I feel like if they're going to be making a brand new chassis, which I can tell from this is not a brand new chassis, maybe it's another modified chassis, but it's not a new chassis, that they're going to be cutting corners, you know, maybe people for a beginner use sled, they don't need all that technology and just slick looks that a $15,000 sled will be. I think this will be placed more in the maybe $10,000 range, maybe even less. If it's a little 250 or 300, it'll be less, maybe 8,000. But we'll see if I'm right on that. So they've done something. Man, it's not even 2020 and they're already releasing the 2021s. Man, that is early. Okay, Arctic Cat hasn't always been the best with their product marketing, and that's really no surprise, because even when Textron took them on, you can tell that it's been a struggle. Things haven't been going easy for them. Textron really struggled with the identity of the brand, you know, an established brand that maybe shouldn't have been changed. There's been a lot of dealers that have gone under. It's going to be interesting. You know, Cat needs to shift their marketing. I don't know if it's not in their budget or it's just not something they're interested in sponsoring riders. Like, they've got really 2 sponsored riders, and that's it. Caleb, and I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not even going to say it, would have been a perfect rep for them. Someone who would have been able to go and really show off that product, but they missed the ball on that one too. Like, Polaris snatching up, and that didn't surprise me. The fact that Polaris snatched him up as a rider, and made it into 509, man, that would have been a perfect opportunity for Cat, but they missed out on it. Just to get their product out there and showing what this product can really do, because I can't push the product that hard. I probably never will be able to push the product as hard as he did. But that was a big missed opportunity for them, I think. So there we go. That's what I'm thinking for 2021. It's kind of hard to say right now, especially because I don't have any inside information on what's going on, because I'm not affiliated with Arctic Cat at all anymore. So yeah, we'll see what's going on, what they got planned for this year. I'm thinking something small. They're really trying to push that youth product line, which I think is great. All right, that's I think that's all I got for this video today. Sorry for the crappy set deck, and I didn't plan on doing a video today. I'm in the process of moving a lot of things, so I just kind of set up the best I could just to get this out there, because I took an interest in it, and I like to see what every manufacturer has to offer for the year, and this is an interesting way of doing it. We'll see if Arctic Cat does a pre-order only program again. Actually, you know, I'm looking at it right now and it says pre-order only season. So I'm going to guess this is going to be a pre-order only sled, as Arctic Cat's been trying to do for the last year or so. But as always, thanks everybody for watching. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks to everybody who came out to the sled show in Edmonton and talked with us last week. And we'll see everybody in the next one. Thanks everybody for watching this video today. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to watch the video that's playing in the background right now, go ahead and click one of the end screen slugs.
Yeah.